What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Forge. We're on part 2 of the Devil Forge double burner build. We had to let the refractory set that we put on the last time, and just let me show you what we got going on. So here it is. It's been sitting. It's actually been a week. I didn't come back the next day, got busy, but here's the refractory. We got painted on. It's pretty solid. I mean, you can still feel it give a little bit. If you push too hard, it might crack through, but it's just to protect that insulation in there. Got the refractory set good up here in the burners. I think that'll seal it off pretty nice and keep the heat in pretty good. But she's ready to hook up and fire her up and see what happens. So I've got put some cinder blocks on the floor just so it's not on the wood when we fire it up, and we're gonna hook up the propane hoses and see how it fires. Alright, we have the gas hooked up to the propane down here, and I'll just show you what we got so far. We're hooked up here. We've got the pressure valve. This increases or decreases the pressure of the propane coming out of the tank. According to the instructions, it says to, have it all the way open when you turn on your gas, and then just slowly tighten it up, which will increase the gas pressure until you hear it flowing steadily out of the forge, and then you'll leave it there. And then obviously be sure to tighten up these clamps, these hose clamps, as tight as you can. Get the hose all the way on there. Tighten it up as good as you can on both ends to prevent any leaking. And this valve here is the shutoff valve for the back burner. So this can become a one burner setup if you would like. So if you would like to shut off this back valve, you just turn the valve to off here and this is on. So the chokes here at the top, another thing to note is when you're turning on your forge, it's a good idea to have the chokes closed, or less than 1/4 of an inch open. Since I haven't fired this one up yet, I don't really know exactly where it should be, so I'm going to close it. So when I light the forge, it'll be a big yellow flame, kind of like your grill would be. And then once it's lit, then you open up these chokes. And I like these, how you can just with one hand turn them up or down, and this allows the amount of oxygen that goes into the burners, and it'll get you that nice hot blue flame. So when you start it up, we'll have it closed. But there she is. Oh, be sure also to not have your hose anywhere near the mouth of the forge. Keep it as far away as possible. What I'm going to do when I'm building this out is, when I have the forge finally on a stand, I'm going to have the hose coming behind these wood panels here, these boards, with maybe some sheet metal or some sort of insulation to protect the hose. What else? I think that's all I wanted to say before we should fire this bad boy up and see how it burns. Alright, one more thing. Before you fire this thing up, it's a good idea to check your hose for leaks. They have at the hardware store gas leaking liquid, a leak check liquid, I guess you could say. That I guess a lot of people use soap water as well. That would, you put it on your hose and turn on the gas and then just see if you see any bubbles on the hose. Alright, so I turned my propane on. Don't hear any gas coming out, which is because I don't have the pressure valve, so that's good. So tighten down the pressure valve until you hear the gas coming out. I'm going to get my flame in there. Open up the choke a little more. No, I think that's about good. Figure out what a good regulation is, how to get that flame down. I know I need some fire bricks on either end, but just the chokes here, I'd like to really see what happens the more I open it. I can hear it slowing down. Just adjusting the choke to kind of test what happens, but it seems to be about right. I got a good blue flame. I'm going to let it run for a few minutes in there just to kind of heat up that new refactory. But running pretty good. I like it. It's already burning up in here. Let me open the door. Alright, so it's been a few days since I, so you can see it, since I got the forge put together, and I gotta say I really like it. What I did was, just to get the factory to dry up and cure good, what you do is you light it on a low heat for, I don't know, 10 minutes, and you'll see some steam come out, and that just pulls all that moisture out of that refactory. And you do that a couple times over, I did it, you know, probably 3 times over a couple days, and really got it good and dry. And I haven't put any metal in it yet. Looking forward to doing that. I have an idea for a stand, which is going to be in another video. Get them off these cinder blocks here, and got some fire bricks to close off the ends. So I still got some improvements to do before I start hammering some steel, but really looking forward to it. But all in all, this forge is pretty awesome forge. I like it. I have no complaints, but I guess we'll better know once we start hitting some steel and doing all that. But thanks for being here with me, getting this together, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.